everyone, and welcome to Red Valkyrie Presents. I am, of course, Shae the Red, feeling a little orange and black and silver.
Okay.
I gotta come up with a better thing to say. This is always so
was
terrible.
Pathetic,
it was bad.
Honestly,
it was bad. I know it was bad. I apologize to everybody watching. I feel shame. Welcome, my co-host CY. How are you doing today?
awesome. And I'm just gonna say this, Shae. If I'm ever dragging ass during the day, just tell me to get a shower. It really helps.
Okay. Will do. So we're here with the super amazing moral compass of all indie comics ever. Mr. Mark Poulton, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Yay!
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Yeah, how could we not have you? I mean, seriously, I think that we've gotten you on for almost all of your projects. Almost. There's a couple that have slipped by, but, we're trying to close that gap.
Yeah. No, I love coming over, so thank you.
Hell yeah. And there's a chance, maybe, that Mr. Greg Paulson will be joining us as well. He had a power outage this morning, and it has messed with all of his electronics. So He's going to try, but he may not make it. We shall see.
Poor Greg.
I know. He seems like he's trying so hard, and everything is working against him. But
Mr.
we're
Paulson,
here.
you are missed.
We are here because you have a new campaign out. The Black Owl Book 1. I am super excited about this. This looks really cool. So before we get into everything, do you want to play your trailer?
Sure.
Awesome. Let's do it. Dude, I was jamming out to that music. I'm like, yeah, I like this.
I love that music. It reminds me of John Carpenter meets Stranger Things.
It's definitely it's super bizarre, but also sounds like kind of familiar. I'm definitely digging it. And it goes really well with this aesthetic. So this is what I love about having you on, is because there's always something interesting to kind of learn or pick up. I've never heard of Black Owl before. And this is like an old school character, right?
Yeah, it's a public domain character from the 1940s.
That's so cool.
Yeah, Greg reached out to me. Now, I've known Greg probably close to 20 years. Greg, Mike McMahon, John Malin, we all met on the Rob Liefeld message boards in the early 2000s. And it's crazy that we all are, I'm working with all of them still to this day. But yeah, Greg, a few years ago, actually yesterday was the 5th anniversary of him reaching out to me and asking if I would be interested in working with him on a project. And the idea he had was revamping the Black Owl.
Well, and this is super cool because I saw the old school. Thanks, Amanda. Amanda,
I was
we love
laughing
you.
at this.
Yeah. Sorry, it happens. It's fine. It's for all of your safety.
3 masks aren't enough.
I'm just gonna go out like afterwards. I'm gonna go out like this and like go get a drink and be like, "Sup? Still COVID, right? Like I'm concerned."
You need to have a face shield.
Yes, I put a little mask over it. So I'm just being safe. Anyway, so I saw the character from like the 1940s, and I've got to say, like, it kind of looked a little lackluster for having a name like Black Owl, and
Oh yeah, for sure.
it was so funny to kind of see, because it was like, I don't know, it didn't really stand out a whole lot. It didn't really strike any kind of fear or anything. And like, you've got all of these other characters, like Batman has this super awesome silhouette, and you know, he's known as the Dark Knight. When you see that silhouette, like, you know you're about to get jacked up. And they could have done something so cool with Black Owl, and they just didn't. But then you see this, and your guys' reimagining, and I was pointing this out to Cy while I was building the mask. I was like, you see that the nose, it's like a beak. And I was like, but then the way that the part wraps around the face is almost like being hugged by like a bird on its own. And then you've got all of these other little components they're small little details, but they really add to the look. And I feel like if you were to put this and the original up side by side and said which one was Black Owl, everybody would go to your guys' reimagining and say that one looks like the name would be Black Owl.
Yeah, it's kind of bizarre that the original Golden Age character, he wore blue and red.
Yeah. I mean, look at him.
Yeah, usually they're on. Back in the day, they're usually real on the nose with the name, so he should be the Blue Owl or
right.
Something.
Red Owl.
I'm pretending to be Superman Owl.
Barn Owl. I don't know. Like, they could have gone with like anything else, but I don't know. It just seems kind of like, I'm not entirely sure. Is he bald?
No, that's like a feathered top.
Is it?
What?
Yeah.
Oh my. Oh, that is unfortunate. Like, it feels like they really just took, like, here's a generic superhero.
Yeah.
We'll make the mask, instead of being Domino, we'll just make it bigger. And then we'll do what looks like a wrinkly bald head and say that it's feathers. And that'll be the character. And it's like, it just feels so, you know? But then you get that kind of an image coming down, and that actually looks badass and terrifying. You know, you've got things that this looks more iconic. This looks more like a character you'd be like, yeah, I believe that is a character named the Black Owl, and I don't know what else you would call him, because, like, what other name could you possibly give him? He is clearly Black Owl.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the things that intrigued me about doing this, is to revamp the character and make it more modern for today.
Well, this is really kind of exciting, because it's not, you know, we always talk about people taking old characters and revamping them and twisting them and then making them into things that they just clearly never were. What this feels like to me is like, you took a character and people had ideas and hopes and dreams for it, and it just flopped because they just didn't have a good execution at the time. And you went, okay, but what if we could make it so it was cool? So it was cool like Batman, and it was cool like all of these other characters were cool. And that's what makes this really exciting, I think, because it's a good update. It's a good reimagining.
Thank you. But like, I mean, say what you will about like the old Golden Age stuff. There is a charm to it that
there is.
It is just like, I don't know, undeniable. It's just like so kooky and, I don't know, fun that it's. I'm glad we're able to incorporate some of this Golden Age stuff into the book as well, because our Black Owl is the grandson of the Golden Age Black Owl. So we'll do flashbacks. That was that previous page that you scrolled past.
Oh, this.
Yeah, Greg's friend, Bill Douglas, he draws all the flashback sequences. So whenever our Al is like, I don't know, discovers something about the grandfather, we do the flashback and you know, revisit that stuff. The Nutsack Avenger.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's really cool. So this isn't like an excerpt from an older.
This is new material. Yep.
Oh my
This is
gosh.
new old.
That's insane. Like he did a very, very good job
Yeah,
in
he really captured the time period.
And the baldness.
absolutely and the baldness. But I think it's really cool to see, and it also kind of it's a cool story that you're doing where it's like, oh, this is the grandson of, which makes it make sense. Where it's like, well, back in my day, this is what we had. And we weren't so worried about being flashy. We were worried about stopping crime. And he's like, well, I stopped crime and look good doing it. So there's a difference. Like, it's okay, Grandpa. I've just, changed it up a little. The blue tights were maybe a little much for today. But yeah, so what is the story that you're going with then for this updated Black Owl?
So our book's about Eric Danville. He's a billionaire, inventor, industrialist who gets framed for a crime he didn't commit. He goes to prison. When he comes out, his fortune is gone. All that he has left to his name is his grandfather's estate. He goes there with his friends to check out what he's actually has left to his name, and there he discovers his grandfather's secret lair, and that he was the Black Owl. And he decides, oh, this is a pretty good idea. Maybe I should become the new Black Owl and clear my name.
Very cool. Very cool. Also, welcome, Greg.
Yeah, hi guys.
Hi. Great to see you.
I had to break out my laptop because my desktop was not wanting to cooperate with anything I was trying to do.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is a different view, and granted, things are foggy for me, so I can't see a whole lot, but it doesn't seem like the same view we had before, so I'm assuming you went somewhere else.
It's a much higher frame rate.
In my studio, I just put my laptop on my drawing table.
Solid. So, you know what? We've all been there. I've had problems where my computer won't start and I start streaming from my cell phone. I'm like, all right, Sai, you've got everything else because I can literally do nothing. I'm just going to sit here on my cell phone.
I was about ready to start taking a sledgehammer to things. And I was like, wait a minute, I got my work laptop here.
Wait a minute. There's another computer in this house.
Yes.
Yeah, so we were talking about how we really liked the updated version that you came up with Mark for the Black Owl. I think it's really cool. Well, I like it.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. So I'm liking kind of the origin that you got going for how this whole story is kind of coming to be. Are you planning on doing these for several books, or is this going to be a one and done?
Yeah, book 2's actually, we started work on that. Greg and I, we've been talking about other projects as well, so we might take a break after Black Owl 2, do something else, and then come back to Black Owl. We'll play it by ear, but definitely
Okay.
there's more in the works.
For sure.
That is super exciting. So you guys have, where does my cursor go? Of course,
You don't need it.
I know. I don't need anything. I literally can't see. Hold on.
No.
Okay. I'm watching it. It's fine. We'll get there. Wait, there it is. Okay. Good shit. So you guys had some cool add-ons. So you've got a sketch, like right from Greg that for is that seriously say $75?
Yeah, yes. and that's no sketch. That's a full-on commission that Greg's offering.
Sketch. This is like when Shelby's like, yeah, I'm like, I think I'll auction off this one piece, and then he's like looking around his office going, I got like 30 other things I can throw in with it. If we get like another $2, I guess I'll just throw that in. Okay. Yeah, that's not a sketch.
I overcompensate a little bit.
This is, you know what, artists that don't know when to quit because it's just too much fun and they're doing too good of work are everyone else's best friends because we get shit that is above and beyond what we paid for. Yeah, that's fucking epic.
Thank you.
So for the sketches, it stuff that you already have done, or
No, it's stuff I will do.
okay, and it's not like it's not the same as like a commission. It's like you're picking the subject and the poses and everything of the sketch,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, we're pretty much going to limit it to me doing the Black Owl for somebody, because I don't want to try and have a bunch of people go, oh, we want you to draw, our character, or we want you to draw Thor or whatever. It's like, nah, let's try and keep it the Black Owl sketches, guys, because that just makes it a little easier on me. But they will get that style of quality you're showing there, because it's just I can't help it. I'm sorry.
Awesome.
Just add a few stray lines, and yeah, it's a sketch now.
You should have like one line and then erase it and be like, see, I sketched. This is an errant line. That's what that was. And okay, I need you to explain to me Slam Buddies.
Okay.
I was just going to ask.
In the 90s, I'm a huge pro wrestling fan. In the
Yes.
90s, WWF had these wrestler-shaped pillows called Wrestling Buddies. There was Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior. So this is my version of that. You're going to get a Black Owl-shaped pillow. And if you want to wrestle with it, 6 a.m. Comics has already said he's going to buy one and wrestle with it on a live stream. You can do it.
I can't. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's basically I'm just reliving my childhood and making things that I loved when I was younger.
That's awesome.
And if you don't want a big version of it, there's a tiny version that's a keychain.
So the reason that I ask, and it's really funny because Splat Guts is like, oh, Shae's too young to remember that. I'm a kid of the 90s. I definitely remember these. I just wanted to make sure it was the same thing I was thinking of, because they had the pillows, and then they had the ones that were almost, it was 80s, not 90s, whatever.
It was 91. Black Guts doesn't know what he's talking about.
See, it doesn't matter. I was born in 85, so. But I remembered that, so they had the pillows, right? And I thought that they yelled or something, I couldn't remember. But then they had...
They did have talking ones, too.
Right, because I think that I always wanted the Hulk Hogan one, because he'd be like, all right, brother, and I was like, yeah, that's my guy. Like, and then they had the ones that were the weird squishy, like, almost Stretch Armstrong style, but they were wrestlers. So I was like, I just need to know which ones these are.
Yeah, these are the pillow ones.
Nice. I could, like, use it as a neck pillow.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally down. Just, like, randomly in the middle of the stream, you just see, like, Black Owl behind me. I'm like, oh, yeah.
When and if I get one, it's just going to hang out in the studio with me.
I kind of feel like they're awesome.
Yeah.
And they kind of need to, like...
Well, I remember when Mark was talking about having them done, I was like, really? How is that going to work? How are we going to pull that off? And they showed me these drawings, like, oh, that's how it's going to work. That's awesome. Okay,
well, you thought it through.
Cool is Edwin, the Ace, is doing one for his campaign, too, and I had no idea. So the Ace
so funny.
is going to have an Ocula shark slam buddy, so that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Collect them all.
Starting new trends.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so now we have the. This is what went to the first 100 backers. I saw this at backer 162 and went, well, fuck.
So I do the play-by-play for the CGWF with 6 a.m. and the Breaking Rad crew, and we have so much fun doing it. I asked Six if it was okay if I did the first ever CGWF trading card, and Six was he was like, I'm more than okay with it. In fact, I'll design it for you if you want. So he designed it. He's designing the back. I haven't seen that yet. I'm sure he'll try to sneak some embarrassing stats in there. I don't know if you followed the CGWF. It was basically a 12-week troll of embarrassing me, making me wrestle naked, and all sorts of crazy stuff.
Solid.
I must have missed that one.
Yeah.
So we've seen a few of them, mostly because Shae the Red looks like the Undertaker female version.
Yeah.
I fucking love her. Like it's, the best part is that he shows it, and I went, "Oh damn, that'd be a really good cosplay." I'm like, "I'm gonna cosplay me," and then it shows Sai, and I was like, "Damn, we look good together as a duo."
Damn,
we had flames.
Yeah.
Shit got real.
We're being Selena's ass.
Yeah, oh poor Selena, bless her.
And
And for whatever reason, every time my girl goes to wrestle, she either has like blinders on for one specific wrestler, or she takes a nap. Like no one will be near her, and she'll just be like, "I'm tired," and lay down outside of the ring, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Like, you were the biggest one in there. Get the hell up!" Like
just sitting on the canvas, looking around.
What's happening, everybody? Yeah, so I love it. I think that this is freaking hilarious.
If everyone did this, I don't care what their campaign was. If everyone put out a trading card, I would back it just to get a complete set.
Right? Totally agree.
There you go, Shae.
Yeah,
on our campaign.
We'll have 6 a.m. take the two of us.
Yeah.
Maybe when I was down and you were up and the flames were shooting off.
Yeah, exactly.
in the ring. That's the best.
Our celebration scene. Yep. And just make it a tag team card.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, so your stretch goals.
Yep,
yeah.
We already unlocked the first one at 5,000 Blackout trading card by Greg.
Nice.
That's actually Greg. I unfortunately don't have the artwork to show, but it's done and it's colored already. I'll have to post that soon. We unlocked it.
Send me the colors too, because I haven't seen it colored yet.
$10,000. We unlocked the U.S. Assassin Blackout team up print done by Mike McMahon, and the colors are done for that as well. Greg, I'll have to share it with you. And now our next stretch goal, $15,000. We're going to have a Golden Age Blackout trading card.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Warren.
Warren says that he's Becker 173, which is badass.
Yep,
Thank you very much.
He dropped in to comment a couple of times to back it, and
yeah, he literally was like, "I have so much that I have to work on, so I'm probably not going to be able to stay, but I'm at least coming in and I'm backing." And I was like, solid, thank you.
Oh, Mark, while I got you on here, there's another pinup I have that I need to send to you to send to Dex to get colored, by the way.
Okay. All right.
So, real quick, I'm going to refresh. Yep, and look at that, 10,539. So you are well on your way to that 15K stretch goal.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you followed that up with, more words, because you're well on your way. Okay. Thanks.
Just making sure you can hear that.
I can't hear anything. Where'd you go?
She disappeared.
Yeah. She can't find the button to re-add herself.
You absolute bitch. Anyway. It's seriously foggy in here. Okay, I'm good. Damn it, you made me laugh. That was bad. We're fine. We're good. We can.
Oh, if
we
you
can
inhale
almost see.
real hard, it sucks in the haze.
Only kinda. Oh wow.
I don't think that's fog. I think that's smoke or something.
Yeah. That's what I do. Okay, let's go through your tiers real fast because you've got some pretty badass ones, and I want to see this definitely hit the 15K if not higher. So your featured tier.
Yep, it's a Blackout 4-pack, so you get the Blackout Greg's cover, Shelby Robertson's cover. There's a black and white edition of the book that has Shelby's line art as the cover, and then there's the Blackout script book, and that'll have a foil cover. So you get all 4 of those, $100, or if you signed up for our mailing list, $75.
So for the script book, does that have all of your notes and everything in it, or exactly what is the script book?
Yeah, so it's the script that Greg worked off of, and I think Greg has some black and white designs of Blackout that will include in there as well.
I'm going to actually send those to you, Mark. I'll put those in the Dropbox. I got a lot to give you for that. So
awesome.
Very cool. All right, and then you got the digital book. Super happy that you're offering a digital. Oh, what is this? Okay. Good job, CY. It works better if you just put stuff in the chat instead of us talking about it while we're on a live show, because why would we want to talk? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, this is my first time doing digital. International shipping's gotten so crazy, I decided to give people the choice. So it's awesome that people are taking me up on it.
Oh, sure.
Then at $25, we have Greg's cover.
Sorry, we're good.
I was talking this whole fucking time too.
You're such a douche.
She's gone again. How's it going, guys?
Going great.
Digital's a great option for not only for shipping, but for also the paper shortages. Now you have to print a few less books.
Yeah. Less supplies
sure.
I have to buy. So
Oh, sorry.
That is not very owly of you. That is a bird, but that is not an owl.
The bird that I currently have access to.
$25 Shelby's cover. All the books will come signed by me.
Very nice.
Black and white edition, and the black and white edition, basically Greg's black and white line art. The book will be lettered, so you can follow the story.
Very cool.
And then if you just want the script book, $25 foil cover. I did this for the last U.S. Assassin campaign, and it was a big add-on, so I decided to keep it going.
Nice. And do you have these available as add-ons as well? So if I wanted one cover and added, okay, cool.
Yep, I made everything available as an add-on.
That is awesome.
So when I first set up the campaign, I had just finished fulfilling U.S. Assassin, and shipping to Europe was such a pain. Like, I was getting returns and stuff, and I was like so scared about the VAT tax ID, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm just not going to ship to Europe this campaign, and I was like, I should just add it, and I was like, no, I'm going to stick to my guns. And I launched the campaign, and immediately people started to complain. I said I knew I should have added Europe. so I went back. Once it's live, you can't go back and add another country. So I had to create a specific tier for for Europe. So just next time worldwide for us.
Yeah, well,
Save
I mean,
yourself.
Yeah.
I understand it, especially because there's been so many issues with shipping, and it does really, really suck. But at the same time, this is kind of the world that we're living in right now. And it's universally shitty. Like, it's not just bad for one creator. It's bad for all of it. I just looked at a campaign of somebody who is in Canada, and even they were like, yo, we can ship anywhere but the UK. And I'm like, it's still Royal Mail. Like, you have the same mail system. And it's like, yeah, no, we're not doing the UK. I was like, wow, it's bad when your own mail system is like, ooh, but see, we're on this side and they're on that side. And
yeah, there was one comment on our campaign page that finally made me decide, and they were like, this will be the first Mark Poulton book I don't back. And I read it to my wife, and she was like, oh, you have to add it now. And I was like, fine.
Awesome. So we got all of the EUs.
Yep.
For anybody who's, European, you can still get it. It's okay. Mark decided that he loves you anyway, even if it is a huge pain in the ass. Okay, so then we have both covers.
Yep, Greg and Shelby's covers.
I'm sorry, this is going to make me laugh the entire time.
Yeah.
Just scrolling down, be like, ew. Okay. The triple threat.
So both covers and the black and white edition.
Awesome. The four pack.
That's just the European version of our featured tier.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
A page.
So Greg was nice enough to donate some interior pages to the campaign, and I wanted to make sure that if someone backed this, they got a page that had the Black Owl featured on it. So I picked out 5 from the book that we made available. So you get the original page of artwork plus Greg's cover of the book for $125.
Very cool. And there's only 2 of those left because that is a freaking steal. That is such a good price for original art. So if you are a collector, you definitely want to get in on this, especially because this, like I said, your guys' redesign of Black Owl is just such an iconic look. I see this being something that people are going to remember and want and continue to back for as long as you guys continue to produce this stuff. And being able to say, hey, I got one of the original pages from book 1. That's massive bragging rights, but it's badass. It's just really cool.
Thank you
very much.
Absolutely. I look, I call it like I see it, even when I can't see it super well. All right, so, 10-pack.
10-pack, so you'll get 5 of Greg's covers, 5 of Shelby's covers, basically for retailers, which I've tried before in the past and no one ever backed it, and I wasn't going to do it for this one, but a retailer hit me up and said, are you going to do a retailer pack? And I said, no one ever backs it. And he goes, well, someone would back it if you did it this time.
Well, somebody might if you would put it up.
Mm-hmm. And he was true to his word, so he backed it.
Awesome. Yeah, I understand the frustration because so many people don't back it, but at the same time, it's really kind of cool to be able to put it up there.
Yeah.
Because it just makes it available. And then
if there's any retailers out there, if you back this, you'll probably get some of my other books thrown in just as a thank you. So.
Okay. Feel like I'm in the animated series all of a sudden.
Sure, why not?
You know what? The animated series was amazing. So
yeah,
let's just roll with it and be like, Black Owl's now in Batman animated series, and this is the look. No, your guys' look is way better. Okay. The fan pack. What is the fan pack?
All 4 books plus the sketch by Greg.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Sketch. How big is this sketch?
It's 11 by 17.
That is not a fucking sketch, sir. Like, bless you. And I already had Amanda yell at me about not talking you out of it, so I'm not talking you out of shit. I'm just letting you know.
No, and you dear, I'm just going to tell you right now, you couldn't. That's just, it's
good.
It's in a way, it's, for me, it's a big thank you for everybody that donated to this and made this happen. So I have no qualms or no regrets about doing that level of quality in a sketch for somebody. I know people say it's a commission piece. No, if you look close enough at it, it's not my style of what I would call complete finishes to call it a commission piece. It's a sketch for me.
I've got finished work on my walls that's smaller, much smaller than your sketch.
Something I get, and I do get a lot of grief. McMahon is very, very much. He gives me a lot of shit. He's like, why do you do that size and that quality for that price? Well,
hold on, Mike McMahon.
That's why I do that.
Mike McMahon, if you are listening, you have absolutely no motherfucking room to talk, sir, with the shit that you give away to people.
Yeah.
And all of the work that you do. So you and Greg are just as bad, and we love both of you to the moon and back for it. Okay, so you're both beautiful. You both way over deliver, and we love you. I just love the thought of
give him grief about it too.
I love the thought of Mike going, man, I can't believe you're doing too much and it's too big. And I have an entire thing over here of shit that Mike has sent me. Because he was like, I appreciate you, Shae. Here's a whole shit ton of original art. I'm like, but I should pay for this, Mike. Can I pay? Nope, I won't take payment. Go away. Okay.
Yeah, he's notorious for that. I mean, he comes over usually. He'll probably come over tonight, I have a feeling, but we'll just sit and we'll go through each other's portfolios and just pull stuff out. It's like, hey, I like this. Can I have it? Yeah, sure, go ahead. That's how we do it.
You guys are funny. I'm super stoked because I'm actually going to be. Cy and I are working with Mike on a project coming up here soon too, so that's going to be great.
He kind of told me a little bit about that the other night.
Yeah. I got to start writing.
A good time will be had.
Crack that whip.
Yeah, oh gosh. But yeah, I dig what you guys are doing. I think this is going to be a really, really fun campaign, and I think you guys have got an awesome character, and it seems like you have a lot of respect for the original.
Oh, sure.
IP.
Yeah, no, I've been fascinated with the public domain characters ever since I first discovered they were a thing. There was a book in the 90s called The Protectors, and I just thought it was a cool superhero team book. But then I found out that all these characters existed and anyone was free to use them if they wanted. So yeah, of course I have a lot of respect for the work that came before us.
That is awesome. Well, and it's nice to see because I've said this a million times. I didn't get into comics until I was an adult. I didn't read them as a kid. In Utah, comics were very much like a thing that little boys did, or like creepy grown ass men. And that was all that I ever heard about it. Like my brother was into hair metal bands and shit like that growing up. My sister was very much a girly girl, and that was just that was my environment. And so it wasn't until I was an adult that I started to get into comics. And the thing that I love the most about them is the fact that I can get the experience of a movie at a slightly slower pace where I get to engage myself more like reading a book, but I get to kind of have a hybrid in between those two. And seeing a lot of the original, Golden Age, Bronze Age, Silver Age stuff, I wasn't into comics then. And so it's far less appealing because, printing capability was a lot different then. People, doing newsprint, it took me a while to find an appreciation for newsprint because I'm like, why would you want this weird paper? Like, why wouldn't you want real paper? This is like weird tissue paper hybrid. I don't understand it. And now I've seen, through Alterna, I've seen some of the stuff that can be done really well on it.
This feels like the particle board version of paper.
Right, like it was really weird to me. People started talking about, with the smell and the feel, and I was like, I just don't get it. And then I started seeing certain projects that I was like, actually, no, I couldn't imagine this not on newsprint. Like, this was made for that kind of a paper, and realizing that there's so much that you can customize with these characters and the story based on how you print it, what colors you choose, how you lay everything out, what you decide to do with it. And so it's really nice for me to see something that is more the style of when I kind of got into comics, but that has a healthy respect from where it came from. And that's really exciting to me because I feel like that's going to help bridge the gap for somebody who's like me, who didn't get into comics as a kid and grow up with them as, the basic color palette and, a shit ton of zip tone. And now we're into what we're into.
Questions.
Yeah, I was going to say, Cy, what questions do you have?
So it says 15 days to go. Are you guys extending?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yay! Good, because Shae needs a paycheck.
I want to see you guys bust a few more stretch goals on this.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. I really want to see Bill do the Golden Age trading card because I get to ink it.
and
You're like, do it. I want to ink it.
I want a patch of Wrestling Mark.
Oh my gosh.
Or, Black Owl's head or something.
Right.
Well, I really like the freaking logo too, like the way that you guys came up with that.
I gotta give credit where credit's due on the logo. My good buddy and my colorist on my previous book, Doug Stevens, is the guy who designed the Black Owl logo for us. Doug works during the day as a graphic artist, graphic designer, ad designer for a newspaper in Des Moines, Iowa.
Wow.
I literally told Doug, I was like, look, I'm
Not
working
the
on
font of creativity, Des Moines.
Yeah.
No, see, that's what happens when you're creative in a place like Des Moines. Your creativity literally has nowhere else to go. It's pumped. You can't release it in small batches throughout the day. So
This is sounding worse and worse.
But I sent Doug that the first full kind of pinup drawing I did of the Black Owl, which is the one you see on the beginning of that trailer there. And I said, I need a logo for this dude. What can you do? And he's like, what's his name? And I said, it's Black Owl. It's an old public domain character. He's like, all right, give me a day or two. I was like, all right, sure. A day or two turned into 25 minutes, and I got that.
Nice.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna need like 48 hours. And he's like, here you go. This is like the equivalent of your sketch.
I said, how did you do that so fast? Did you sketch it out or anything? He's no, I saw the character, I saw the logo on my head, and bang, there it is. I was like, wow, okay, cool.
That's
yeah, it is a very slick logo. It looks really, really cool.
I need to finally give some credit where credit's due there. I didn't design that logo at all. That all came from my buddy Doug.
So everybody's about to start hitting you up and going, so about your buddy Doug, I've got something that I could use some help with.
And yeah, I would float people his way, but like he's so damn busy. I tried to get him to do color a couple of pieces for me recently. He's like, I want to, but I can't, man. I'm just so busy. I was like, all right, fine. I won't bug you anymore.
Wow. Fair enough.
Wow. I'm getting my ass beat in the fucking chat over.
The chat has had it with you, Shae.
Shae?
Shut up. I'm having speech impediment issue things. I'm really glad that I run a fucking talk show right now. This is great.
Isn't it?
All right.
Your bot is back.
Oh my gosh, this fucking bot.
The Black Viking version of Shae.
Yeah, it's another redhead genocide. That's how it's happening. It's fine. So are there any other bits that you guys want to kind of highlight about this campaign before we wrap?
Just want to say I'm having a blast working on the book. It's completely different from all my other properties. Graveyard Shifts kind of has a dark sci-fi feel to it. U.S. Assassin, ultra violent, Viking Wolf, ultra gory. This is classic superheroes. It's a lot of fun to do.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so exciting. Greg, any last words?
Basically, I just want to thank everybody who's, donated to this. It's gone way beyond what I thought it was going to do. Because I had zero expectations. I didn't know what was going to happen. And then it started and it snowballed and it's just been amazing. So I just want to thank everybody who's donated. Just thank you very much.
Hell yeah. Sai, get that shit off the screen.
No, it's staying.
Oh my gosh.
It is important.
No. No. Stop it. So I want to thank both of you for taking the time to come and hang out with us. It's always a pleasure talking with you, Mark. And Greg, super happy I got to meet you before we have you on this auction, because that's going to be epic and badass.
Yeah, that certainly helps.
yeah, it's it's good to have the people get to know you a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to Red Valkyrie. Thank you, everyone in the chat. You guys are amazing, as always. We love you to death. Please do not forget to come back at 8 o'clock when we will be talking about Cerebrum. Going to be a super awesome show. Yes, I can find the outro. Okay.
I know
it's the little things. It's the little thing. I'm trying to vamp and then I out myself because that's what I do. But thank you guys so much, and we will see you at 8 o'clock. Check you later.
Bye.
Bye.